Philippine Airlines has announced to the public over the weekend that it has officially gone bankrupt. But today, the company is clearing the air as passengers are left confused about its implications. To give us more details, we have Gerard de la Peña now joining us live from the IA Terminal 2. Gerard, good afternoon. What does this bankruptcy mean for the company and for its passengers?
Charles, despite the announcement of bankruptcy, the Philippine Airlines said that it is not closing down and that measures are in place to restore the flag carrier. It also gave an assurance to the public that it's still business as usual at the Philippine Airlines. In a virtual briefing today, PAL officials made some clarifications in their bankruptcy announcement. The company said it voluntarily applied for pre-arranged restructuring under the Chapter 11 process at the South District of New York. This as the airlines negotiates with its lessors and creditors in hopes of reducing its balance sheet by $2 billion. PAL also targets to infuse $505 million in long-term equity and debt financing from the Tan family, which owns the majority of PAL, as well as $150 million of additional debt from new investors. The flag carrier will also reduce its fleet by 25% to just 70 aircraft composed of turbopropellers, Airbuses, and big Boeing 777s. PAL says it will also do a similar filing in the country under the Financial Insolvency and Rehabilitation Act of 2010. The airline said that it should be done with the restructuring before the end of the year. It has been months since the news of PAL's filing for Chapter 11 bankruptcy surfaced, but company officials said the actual filing was only done recently as it had to iron out negotiations with its creditors. Similar negotiations were also done with aircraft manufacturers. PAL had to cancel some of its orders of new planes. The airline said it was severely affected by the low passenger demand owing to flight restrictions in the middle of a global pandemic. At this time, PAL is only seeing 21% of its pre-pandemic flights. Officials said they somehow survived because of repatriation flights to ferry stranded Filipinos abroad, as well as in-flying sweeper flights to transport locally stranded individuals. It also remained liquid by transporting vaccines, medical supplies, and other cargo. While a direct credit line from the government could be a great help, the airline said that aside from the flights paid for by the government, they also received aid in the form of waived fees at the airports. PAL management also said that it has finished its retrenchment program, but with the assumption that the pandemic will not worsen. PAL sees demand to go back to pre-pandemic levels by the latter part of the decade. Charles, for now, the Philippine Airlines said that it will focus on being a full-service airline, servicing markets where it is traditionally a dominant player, particularly the North America and Middle Eastern market. It said that it will still strengthen its regional network as well as domestic operations, and that for now, flight schedules will be followed and that miles can still be redeemed. Charles.
Thanks for those updates. That was Gerard de la Peña reporting live from the IA.